Hello, and welcome back to Downtime Activities, and welcome back to Skygate, our 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons campaign that takes place almost entirely underground. Last time, the adventurers had made their way back from the Underdark to find out that their boss was dead, and they were a mixture of semi-disappointed or elated about that fact. But, that being said, vengeance still needed to be got because Ginny died too, and that's not cool. And so I think we're kind of planning vengeance, planning commemoration of these lost souls, and planning a party.
What all you also
happen at parties.
Well, we can get to the cool, finely crafted stuff later.
We're the ones organizing the party.
I think we should invite Lala's boyfriend because I think he's always going to be down for a fight.
We have some contacts with the mages, right, from helping them out with their
You do?
their stuff. Maybe they could have a couple of who commemorate who just happen to be there, who know some like hold person type spells.
I mean, is the plan that, are you expecting them to like assault the funeral?
No, I'm just being.
I mean, it doesn't hurt to have friends around, capable friends around, regardless.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Does anybody? It's one of those. We'll find all the people that liked Vickelroy and invite them.
Okay,
Yeah.
who are all the people that like us?
I was about to say, show of hands for the people currently present who liked Vickelroy. And there you go.
That's why you got all the stuff.
Welcome to the guest list. You are the guest list.
Good job. What you get for liking people, you get debt.
Now I get cleared of my debt.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah, I think the plan was we hold awake, and then we all stumble out into the night like we're drunk off our asses, and hope someone picks a fight with us.
We could either hold awake at the Bronze Tap.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
That kind of, unfortunately, that means we can't really prepare ground because it will probably be attacked in the street somewhere on our way home.
Right, but I assume that that was going to happen regardless.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I was just thinking we could always, if we wanted, hold the wake at the Inverted Peaks, and then they would have to attack us in our beds.
I guess so, but then maybe we're not presenting ourselves as enough of a target. You see, we have
I feel
to.
like
It's
it's
a give
gonna
and
be-
take. Is they're going to be hoping for they're hoping for the advantage of surprise and us being inebriated. But what we can do is remove the surprise and the inebriated because we're ready for them and not drunk. And it's like we don't get to do anything real clever, like have
Right.
prepared ground, but they don't have the advantage of the things they think they have advantage.
We're really going for a call an ambulance, but not for me kind of movie.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
Absolutely.
Call the Skyguard, but not for me.
But not for me.
But not for me.
Hey, is Dolgrady gonna be at this wake or what?
Well, we
After
have to-
your remarkable letter you sent her, how could she not show up
Right?
to a party you're holding?
Brings a tear to your eye.
well, let's send out invitations.
Sure.
Definitely one going out to Dolgrady.
Yeah,
Okay.
it'll be like our business contacts, things like that. It's unfortunately gonna be less of a how do you put this? A grieving for our dear friend Vickelroy because most people weren't friends with him and they didn't think he was very dear, and more like a hi, I'm running this business now. Hello, contract holder. Good to see.
This is
Also
this is
Vickelroy.
essentially a like business Christmas party
Essentially.
where you
This
would
is
find
where-
like the bigwigs of other
Wait,
associated corporations.
Yeah, it's a business.
This is
Christmas
where
party
Axel
with an
looks at
open
everybody and goes,
casket.
look at me. I am the owner now.
Oh, it's closed casket.
It's a business mixer. It's a business mixer.
With a
Yes.
closed casket.
An open casket business mixer. The name of my heavy metal Bruce Springsteen cover band, by the way.
That's a good one.
Word got out at my work that the budget for the yearly Christmas party comes out of the same money that is for everyone's bonuses. So now the Christmas party this year is going to be at like McDonald's.
Like, fuck you guys.
That's
I don't want to get
I want a
crunchy.
lame party
awesome.
and more money.
Going directly
Which
on
is
your
the
beard
the
proportions.
attitude of every worker, but not what they get,
I
unfortunately.
don't
Yeah,
know where.
no, we
We
just
know you
get
didn't get
the
a
lame.
raise this year, but we did get you a pizza party. You're welcome.
And everybody gets one slice. You're welcome.
It's Little Caesars.
And it ain't hot and it ain't ready.
So, you all are going to. Where are you throwing this? You can certainly send out invitations,
The
and some number of
bronze
people
tap.
will likely attend.
Yeah, if we can book out the bronze tap for the evening, that's
Booking out the bronze tap for an evening is no small feat.
maybe we just get a corner.
Booking out a corner of the bronze tap is
We'll,
doable.
we'll book a table for like 12, and maybe a couple
If-
kids.
It's a booster seat.
Some booster seats.
Booster seats
They're
are
doors,
not
they're all
allowed in
booster
the
seats.
We'll
Dwarven
stick. We'll stick the Ebenshard representatives in the booster seats just to make sure they attack us on our way home. But
Just to send a message.
it'll be an insult that they won't
Because
do.
of some previous interaction, you know, if you, depending on what you're willing to wear to this party, you might be able to get more of the bronze tap booked out. But this will also be you showing yourself as the face of the organization moving
Right.
forward. So
Yeah.
that's a decision to make.
It's it's the classic. Listen, hey, if we were on a date, you know, what's her name? This is the classic where it's like it's been a month, and I'm like, what's the bronze tap lady's name?
The person who runs it or the person you're sleeping with?
Kids sleeping.
The
with.
second one, yeah.
Obvious.
I have a lot of names written on the back of this
Nismet.
character sheet, so that's what I'm
Nismet.
Yeah.
Nismet.
I'm like, if it was me and Nismet, hey, listen, that's what
Hey.
happens behind closed doors. But
I can't
this
believe
is
there's so many
business,
people there.
so
This is
the socks stay on.
They look weirdly
So-
abandoned.
Basically, you've worked a bit. You and the bronze taps do have a contract, and you've worked with them stuff. And the basic just is like, we'll keep a couple tables clear in the corner of this for this little mixer to happen. So long as everybody that's showing up is buying booze, we're good.
Hey,
Fair enough.
we went there. What was that market
We went
to
there
in
too.
LA?
We went there.
What was that?
What was that market we went to in LA?
Grand Central Market.
The football game showed they had a drone shot going through it as in the football broadcast. I was like, hey, I've been
Huh.
there.
It was weirdly
Hey.
empty.
Well, it's probably after hours. If they're flying drones around.
I mean, there were still people there, but it was just like not LA people. It was weird.
Paid actors.
Paid actors.
Professional paid actors. So, you guys can certainly get that quarter out, sending out to business representatives, sending out to one prince and one operatic prodigy, I assume.
I'd send a letter to the Celestials, but I don't know who would deliver it, and I doubt they'd show up.
Or what their address
Hey, you guys
is.
want to
I
have
mean, I
us
guess
murder
you.
some assassins?
Any other
Why you want them to be there.
individuals in particular you want the invitation sent out to?
Let me check my character sheet. I don't think so. I invite the queen.
She's not.
You can certainly try.
She might show up if she knows you're the one sending the invitation.
Especially if it's got a painted photo of him
She'll
in
think
that
it's a different kind of party.
skin tight that costume.
I don't know if he's in town or how to get in touch with him. But I wouldn't mind sending an invitation to Rashid and bringing Gritch along just so that they can
Oh.
catch up. But that's
Okay.
that's under the assumption that Rashid will be, like, Gritch won't be accompanying us home on account of how he's blind, and I don't want to have to take care of him while fighting assassins. Maybe you still kick their ass. Who knows?
Blind while fighting assassins is it's a tough sell.
Unless you're
Kick
like
ass.
the protagonist of like a kung fu film or something.
That's true. That's true. Then your other senses are so heightened.
What's that?
I actually carry the sword as a form of restraint because my normal
He's got a
body
knife.
is such a natural weapon.
You want to go down into the Underdark and find Wrigley and see if
Yeah,
he
where's
wants to hang
Wrigley
out?
at? He could be useful.
Dispose of the evidence at least.
So, that all said, you all can fill this party. There's like ways of reaching out. There's systems in place for reaching out from one of your order to another. Basically, you know the right people to say, hey, I'm throwing this thing. Let it be known to this individual Gloomstalker or Gloomstalkers in general that they're welcome to come to this event, and some number of them might. Are you specifically sending out for Rashid? Are you sending out for Gloomstalkers in general? Gloomstalkers that have a past with Gritch?
Probably specifically Gloomstalkers that have a past with Gritch.
Okay.
Just because, like,
Good to know he's alive.
The man, you go missing in the Underdark for one day and everybody assumes you're dead. The man's been missing for months and just came back alive. So I feel like that's pretty cool. And we should celebrate that. And it's just another way of spreading the word that like we're back in town and we're throwing a rager.
Yeah.
Okay.
She probably won't show up, but I'll invite my tiefling elf friend, Eighth.
Eighth.
Over.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? Sorry.
Right.
Once again, it's been a month. Who are the
Yeah.
bastards that killed Vickelroy?
Ebonshard.
The Ebon Shards.
So they are.
You
they
know-
would be on our list.
You know that there's a Rakari was the name given to you by, I believe, Jenny when you were speaking with Dead of who they were there to meet. So you know a name Rakari, and you know Ebon Shard Trading Company is who they were there meeting.
Yep. Gotcha. Yeah. So they're also on the list. We'll see if they have the guts to show up, but we'll see how.
You send
ballsy-
one to the Ebon Shards?
Well, they're on our business contact. Like at least from our perspective, it should be that
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, you don't have business with them. Like, there's no contracts between you and them.
Oh, I see.
In theory, though, you could send out a missive to their company. It's like a PO box, essentially, in town that they would go to collect from. You would have that because at the time, Vickelroy thought he was working out a contract to settle things with them. So he has a PO box on file that you could essentially send them mail
Oh, yeah.
through if you're interested in
I'm
that.
absolutely doing that. If not just for the shade.
Okay.
It's one of those. We're like, oh, they'll know about it like through the grapevine, but I'm like, no, they're gonna know.
Are you sending it out in a like targeted way, or are you sending it out like this is a general thing we're sending out to all business partners, like generic?
Like in a general way. I don't want them
message.
to catch on that I
Okay.
think that they're
Dear
involved.
murderous fuckfaces,
Yeah.
we cordially invite you to a wedding for the man you murdered, or so, funeral for the man you murdered.
To a funeral, but not for him.
Well, actually, I think you should tell them, you know.
Oh,
Okay.
They'll know
You can absolutely send that out.
once they try to jump us and we reverse jump them.
You know, if they're gonna try and jump us at night, we may be able to rely on help.
The Crimson Fox
The
is
Crimson-
always on the case.
We need our Commissioner Gordon to go relay this information to him.
Do you invite the Crimson Fox?
Yes.
I certainly don't.
I certainly don't either.
He's my only friend. I will
I once again,
Yeah.
Now, how do you invite it?
I once again am willing to put 5 gold on the Crimson Fox cutting the rope on a chandelier.
I'm
and
gonna go
dragging it up.
stand on our roof.
You what now?
I'm gonna go stand on the roof I meet him at.
Okay.
Don't
You
let him
can,
bait you
as
where
you're
to
like
sit.
walking up the stairway that goes up to that roof, you can kind of clearly tell that as you're entering into the building, like the door closes behind you, close the door behind you, and enter, and you can hear the door open behind you shortly after you walk up here.
He just
and
waits here for me.
and he moves fairly quietly on the steps, but you can still tell that somebody is walking behind you, trying to walk quietly.
Well, he's getting some practice in, you know? Like,
Yeah.
he's doing this long enough at this point that skill's bound to level up slightly.
I'll turn and then act surprised when I see him there.
Okay,
Oh, you made it.
he'll be standing at the base of the stairs, looking back up at you, kind of like freeze. But then seeing your gasp of like, oh, I didn't know you were there, like you kind of get back into character almost, realizing that
Oh
it
my
was
God.
walking. You didn't turn because you heard him, and he'll be like, "You've been out of town for some time now. The city, she's been mistreated in your time away. But I've done what I could to keep the peace."
I'm gonna turn and wistfully look over the city, and I'm just gonna say, Eben Shards, what do you know about him?
As you turn, you can hear him very quickly trying to scuttle up the stairs, so he's also looking out over the city. But then trying to talk like somewhat out of breath, but very much like trying to seem like he just like suddenly right there. He'll answer your question. He'll say, "Oh, a trade company with a foul reputation indeed."
Describing it as scuttling up the stairs is very funny.
I was just gonna say, we're gonna be holding an event at the Bronze Tap. Let's try and bait them out of hiding. We have reason to think they may want us dead. It would be helpful to have an extra pair of eyes there.
You'll have both of my eyes there, and they'll be sharp as a hawk, keeping an eye out. If there's trouble in this city, you can count on the Crimson Fox to be there, to right the wrong.
He's the lion.
What
Wizard
night
of
is
Oz.
this
That's
event?
Yeah. Okay. It's like, what are you?
Okay,
What accent are you using here?
You know what I'm like expecting to happen at this event is the Crimson Fox goes, "They'll just wait for my signal." Signal! And just start coming.
Do you tell him the night of the event?
Yeah, I'll tell him when and where, and yeah, I'll let him know if anything shady is going on. I'll signal him by shouting the word signal.
He'll nod and he'll say, "A clear signal indeed. I appreciate, while I prefer a bit more nuance in signals, I think that direct will be what we want, as not all of your group are professionals like yourself and me."
Exactly. It needs to be very unambiguous for the rest of them.
Just know if trouble rears its ugly head, I'll be there to stop it, and if need be, you or any of your compatriots can stay behind me. I can deal with whatever trouble these wicked ebon shards could swing our way.
Watch an Ebon Shard pull up a crossbow, grab the Crimson Fox, and hold him in front of me so he takes a bolt, toss him to the side.
I'll say that makes me feel a lot better.
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
That's why that arrow went straight through me.
What are the other drugs going? He will say, "You can certainly feel safe, for you're once again in my city, the city under the protection of the Crimson Fog." And he'll kind of like say that and wait for you to look away.
Yeah, I'll just intentionally like look off in another direction for a few seconds.
Look at you, ground.
Oh, hey, look at you, ground.
With
That's
quite a
how you
bit
invite
less
the Crimson
finesse than him going up the stairs, he attempts to quietly go back down the stairs without you noticing.
And that's the only way to invite Crimson Fox to a party.
Yes.
did it.
Now the real question is, how long before Erickson goes to a LARP as the Crimson Fox?
Don't tempt me. I can have alternate characters, but this one I'm going to.
Oh god.
That could be amazing. Actually, this is a conversation that could be really good. Being a terrible, like, wannabe vigilante could be a lot of fun.
I'm just saying, you would have a ton of fun putting the costume together.
He'd be wearing hockey pads.
Oh, he wouldn't be wearing hockey pads.
Okay, so the Crimson Fox, you've made sure that the masked vigilante, the Crimson Fox, is aware of this event so that he can be your eyes in the sky.
Yep. The eye is hiding in one of the bathroom stalls. Where else is he gonna hide?
Kicks open the door from the bathroom and stands out like, prepare for the Crimson Fox. And they're all like,
He's just gonna be
who's this
standing on
guy?
the toilet in the bathroom stall, just peeking out over the top of it, looking at
There
people.
was like an out of order sign on the.
I expect him to be standing in the corner of the room wearing a wide-brimmed hat over his whole
Over
getup
his hood.
and another cloak that he's just like
A second to cloak.
over his face. That way he can throw it all off dramatically to reveal himself.
This way, the Crimson Fox.
Oh, absolutely. It's a wonder he doesn't trip over his normal cloak.
Oh,
All right.
jeez.
Alright, the stage is set for maximum drama.
Shall
Maximum
be
drama.
our greatest performance.
I hope we do get attacked and he tries to help us.
All right. So, a group of you we can kind of fast forward to that if you'd like, the evening of that event. You'll have a decent turnout. Eighth will arrive.
Wow.
You will not see Dolgrita, unfortunately. She does not come to this particular event.
Shame.
Shame. There is basically all of your business partners. Some number of bronze taps are there. Some flint beards show up. Honey is there.
Of course the bronze taps are there. They live here.
I mean, some bronze tap people show up and come and sit at the table and drink with you guys. You get a multitude of people that you have contracts with showing up, as well as 2 different Gloomstalkers will show up. Rashid will show up. And another will show up. Someone that you only, you know of. You haven't really worked with yourself very much. He stands out to you because he's a Triton. And you've heard of him before. He's a pretty, well-respected Gloomstalker. A bit of a... he has a mixed reputation, like a lot of people in your line of work. But he is like a well-established Gloomstalker that's kind of from the same generation as Gritch, and seems to be wanting to probably be here. You know that his name is Bricker Tagree. Bricker spelled exactly how you'd expect Bricker to be spelled, and Tagree being T''Gree.
So we've
Bricker
got-
is somebody that you've heard of. It's literally, you just know because there's not a whole lot of Gloomstalkers, and this one's a Triton, so he must be Bricker.
So we've got a Triton named Bricker and a mechanical gnome named Brick.
That is true.
Bricker and Brick, attorneys in law.
Well, clearly this one's better because he's Brick.
Were you hurt in a Sheriff Brick-related accident? You are entitled to compensation.
Brick and Bricker, attorneys at law.
Brick and Bricker. We don't get paid until you get paid.
Well, the Bricker and Mason.
No, it has to be Brickist.
Bricker.
Bricker and Brick.
It's good. I won't say it's not. I just remember the injured. Good. Call 9.
Good.
Good.
You deserve it.
I will. As well as just kind of keeping an eye on all the proceedings, I'll partially hang out with them. You know,
Okay.
Just,
yeah. Rashid seems to also recognize Bricker, and they seem to immediately kind of have the "you son of a bitch" kind of handshake. But theirs is less of the respectable muscles and more of the sly, oh you sly dog, we're both a little bit shady kind of bro handshake.
Ones where you
and
can't see their
they
left
seem
hand.
like they're kind of catching up, like they haven't met in a little while, like they haven't talked in a little while. But then both of them make an effort to go and find Gritch and start catching up with him. And at this point, over these couple of days, Gritch's eyesight has started to come back. He says that he's seeing things mostly as kind of cloudy shapes, but it's not blackness anymore. And it seems like each day he feels like it's getting a little bit better. So he's hopeful that maybe he'll get at least some level of vision back at some point.
I thought you were blind. Oh, it's okay. I'm seeing a lot better.
Yeah. What's the? We gotta find him a greater restoration potion or some such.
Or just another one of these fancy magic eyes.
So
That's
we all
those
need to
both.
drink a bunch of mocktails and act drunk.
Right.
Yep. That's our job for the night.
I will start slamming mocktails and stumbling around.
Okay.
It's mostly when we leave that you want to see, really.
What if they're watching us the whole time?
I mean, I guess so.
You can't drop the act. Kill him when everything's up.
It's fair. It's fair.
I'm gonna actually.
Fair enough. The party begins. People start drinking. It doesn't take long before multiple people are getting quite drunk. And not take too long at all before Rashid and Bricker start boasting and trying to one-up each other on stories of recent adventures, which leads to them sparring a bit with each other. It seems like it's in good fun. You see that, like, Rashid takes out a sword. Bricker has a pair of sickles in his hands, and it's a lot of, like, kind of it's pretty clear that Bricker is the more capable one between them, and you gather pretty quickly that Rashid was probably kind of the student of Bricker, similar to how you were kind of a student of Gritch. And so it's kind of more of the, like, they're kind of drunkenly, like, rambling about how special they each are, but Bricker pretty quickly is like, it's like a lesson almost, as he's like parrying and moving his blows and like mocking him about how he's overdoing it with his weight at certain points and stuff like that. And Gritch certainly is like, all I can see is two cloudy shapes, and I can tell your footwork is shit, Rashid. Get it together.
I will color
Amazing.
commentate to Gretch.
You what?
I will color commentate the fight to Gretch as it's going on.
Perfect. He appreciates the play-by-play. But yeah, it's clearly they are just like, hey, it's an opportunity for us to get together, drink, and talk shit to each other. We're here for it. And so they start doing that.
It's good. It's good.
I'm
Cool.
going to take this opportunity to spread the word of true dwarfism.
Oh no.
Oh my god, here we go.
Whatever table will listen to me.
To whom?
To whatever table will listen to me.
None of them.
Hey,
An empty one?
No, he's got better persuasion now. Remember, because he sold his soul to be able to.
I gotta
are you
roll
seeking
for
out
it.
anyone in particular, or are you just kind of speaking to the masses at the table?
Are you saying it very loudly for the whole restaurant to hear?
What I do
At
is, like,
true
you know,
dwarf.
conversations going on, and then when something comes up, like, you know,
Mushrooms.
mushrooms,
Dwarves.
glory,
Ale.
hammers. I don't know.
Vietnam.
Vietnam.
You know what really rocks? True dwarfism. Hi, my name's Dick.
Just looking for any little in I got there. You know.
Okay, you're just sitting there looking for any excuse to tie true dwarfism into the conversation in a somewhat natural way.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion.
We'll admit after the
gonna
last
be like,
adventure, I'm a
speaking
little more
of-
down on mushrooms than I used to be.
That's why you fry them.
He's gonna be like, speaking of
I will
adventures,
probably
have
just
you
spend a
ever
good chunk of the time talking to Eighth, because I'm honestly surprised she showed up.
Does this?
And you can see she is much more like, she orders what looks probably like wine. She orders a bottle and is kind of pouring it for herself and slowly sipping from it, while everyone else is being rowdy and rambunctious and getting drunk. She seems to be like slowly drinking, taking in her surroundings, and not particularly like enjoying the ambiance, but not partaking so much in the tomfoolery.
Yeah,
Hey, does this?
She's classy.
she's very classy.
Friends. Is it charisma-based skills or just charisma saving throws?
It's persuasion checks. It's charisma skills with friends. If you're willing to use the spell on people, you are welcome to have advantage on this check.
You sold your soul for 2 cantrips.
That would be
Actually, sold your everlasting soul.
24.
What's that number? 24?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
People seem like, okay, I've not heard of this before. Tell me more. Do you have any literature on true darkness?
I pull like 10 pamphlets out of my
Did you all handwrite those
People
pamphlets?
seem both like politely listening, but also like some number of them are like legitimately receptive and interested to hear more about your ideology.
Nice.
Oh
You
no.
can't even write.
I'm going to
Make
jail.
Skygate great again.
No, but you're promoting Moradin, right?
Wow.
Like you're using your
Yeah.
power, but it is promoting like Moradin, right?
I will use
Is
my
it?
powers of evil.
But anyway,
You're basically Ghostwriter.
I will use my powers of evil to promote the powers of good.
You're Ghostwriter.
you will be good, or I will use my evil magic powers to make you be good.
He's
All right.
Nicolas Cage.
Apart from that, the dwarves are here to have a good time. Prince Warben Cragcrown will show up, and he will be excited to catch up with Lala and hear about your recent adventures.
Oh, it was nothing.
No,
Got kidnapped by an evil tree,
regale
you
him.
know,
You gotta
whatever.
regale him. You're a bard.
Just another day at the office.
Sing a song about it. A 1, a 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
A big ass tree landed on me. Ouchie.
The actual poet of the group, everybody.
Some of my finest work.
You gotta snap.
Don't you think?
You get.
Maybe I'm just not vibing hard enough, Daddy-o.
Adio. But yeah, the party goes well. He's happy to hear. He wants to just catch up and spend time with you.
Yeah.
The
I'll talk.
Gloomstalkers, cool. The Gloomstalkers having a good time, boasting, talking shit, sparring, having fun. The dwarves just here for a good time, get drunk. A couple different people will try and will occasionally get up and be like, a toast to Vickelroy. He was a good businessman, hey? To Vickelroy. He was as business savvy as he was ugly. Am I right? Hey, clink, 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 clink. Let's make fun of it.
His ambitions were big as he was short. Hey.
Hey. It was a lot of that kind of stuff, you know. But people seem to be having a good time. The mixer seems to be being a success.
All right.
Yay.
Well, as the night draws on, so I guess this is maybe an addendum to the plan. We'll see what you guys think. What if I stumbled out on a path ahead of time, and then you guys gave it the 30 count, and then came after me?
And then you yell signal.
Right.
That's just doing too much.
Do you communicate to them that the signal for the Crimson Fox is shouting the word
Oh yeah,
signal?
I'll let them know the Crimson Fox. I will let them know in advance. He'll be here somewhere. And if anything
Why?
crazy goes on, you need him. Yell signal.
We don't need civilians in the line of fire.
I would like
do
to
you
make
think?
a perception check for the Crimson Fox.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Why would you invite the loon?
I think the joke here is that my perception's actually really bad, so I probably think he's actually sneaky. So I have a 0.
Oh,
on
it's only an 11.
With an 11, you're kind of glancing around, and you have that moment where you glance across one of the external windows, and you swear you see a hooded set of eyes just peering over the top of the window as you glance across, but you look back and there's no one there.
I think I'm probably
You're
the only
It
person.
might have been a trick of the light.
I think I'm probably the only person here who's seen this movie. But there's a movie called Black Snake Moan, which is a kind of blues-themed movie with Samuel L. Jackson, but Justin Timberlake is kind of a side character. And there's a bit at the end where there's this big concert and party going on in this kind of country bar, and Justin Timberlake is peering in through this tiny little window set up in the wall, and it is somebody needs to take that screenshot and turn it into a meme because it is the dumbest funniest framing of half of Justin Timberlake's face peering in through this tiny window. That's all I can
I want
picture.
that picture to make a Crimson Fox meme out of it now.
That's good. That's good.
Justin Timberlake.
But yeah, that you trying to catch him, you get that like kind of moment when you look back, but you don't ever notice anyone in that window again. But you could have sworn you saw something like that.
But what do you guys think of that? Is if I
think your plan's dumb.
okay, that's fair.
I think there's a chance you just get kidnapped and killed before we can do anything.
That's
You
fair.
remember what happened last time you went out on your own in the city when we were
See-
investigating?
Yeah, but you guys
We're
used the
trying-
rats to find me, so it
We're
was fine.
trying to act drunk, and you trying to be all cool. Let me go ahead of you guys. Blah, blah,
Oh,
blah.
he's gonna act drunk
Shut
ahead of
up.
us.
Right.
Shut the fuck up. Pretend to be drunk like the rest of us, and stick with the plan.
I'm fine either way. I
I
honestly
like
don't
his
care.
idea.
I think it's fun.
You're stupid.
I think they'll probably attack us anyway. I think Lala's been actually drinking and not pretending.
I have.
My man, Amanda G's got a mustache. She deserves respect.
No, that was a dumb idea. He needs to know.
Look at that mustache. That man deserves respect.
I think it's a fine idea. The only thing I'm worried about is if initiative starts and we're like
He's gonna
2 rounds
die.
away.
He's gonna die.
But I don't think it's a bad idea necessarily.
I like
I think it's a bad idea.
Up to you. Your call. You're the boss.
I announce loudly that I'm too drunk for this and wander out.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'll arrange for the other 2 Gloomstalkers here to see Gritch home.
Okay.
I'll quietly imply to them, because I doubt they're in on it, that like got some business needs taken care of.
They just think you're trying to take a piss.
Yep.
They both kind of give you the side eye of like, like business need that you need help with, or like, what kind of business are we talking?
They like. To
We can
stalk
see
us
to
in
it that
the
he
woods.
gets home, but
We're hoping the people that took a swing at Vickelroy take a swing at us.
I think they did more than take a swing at him.
Yeah.
They cleaned his.
They took a
closet.
swing. That swing connected, and it was a knife.
Rashid is kind of like seems like he's raring for a fight. And Bricker will be like, I mean, if your goal is to follow the guy there acting drunk, I don't know if I'm sneaky, but I'm not very sure-footed right now.
Well, we were just gonna...
Each of you I'm seeing right now, I think I could take in a fight, but it would be 2-on-1 if you catch my meaning.
Well, we're mostly going to just act drunk. We're just giving him space to hopefully draw him out. Speaking of which...
Or
I st-
actually drunk, so maybe we should just see him home, huh? And Rashid's kind of like, yeah, that's probably a good idea.
I think 2 drunk and 1 mostly blind Gloomstalker can handle themselves.
They could get there by help, probably.
Speaking of which, time I headed for the door, I think.
All right. So who all is following?
I think all of us are.
Yeah, I'll say my goodbyes to Eighth, and
Okay.
kind of do the same thing that Will did, just kind of imply that there's some things that need to be taken care of.
She thinks you're.
Give me a persuasion check for just the time you're spending speaking with Eighth, kind of the impression you leave.
Okay.
Look, see, there's a big difference between like headed for
You
the
said
door.
persuasion?
God, I got
Persuasion.
other stuff I gotta
That's
take
a
care of.
19.
Headed for the door, like, there's
19.
stuff I gotta take
She
care
seems to enjoy your company, and it's like she seems like when she's talking with you, you do a good job of like. Again, you're staying sober intentionally, but you do a good job of kind of carrying yourself in a respectable way. And she kind of speaks to you a lot throughout the night of like, we're the 2 adults in the room watching the kids be idiots. And seems to, it's like, it's a good time. She seems to kind of like, she seems to grow some respect for you over this.
As I'm walking away, I'll like look back and imply it's like we should do this again sometime.
And she'll give you a nod. So is everybody, the whole group, going after behind him?
I think so.
Yeah,
Are you guys
consider
making an
this
effort
act
to do so sneakily?
I think we're mostly just pretending to be drunk. I just don't think that,
Okay.
like, if they see him leave by himself, they're probably just going to follow, I think is kind of the idea. And that, like, I don't think we necessarily need to try and be stealthy, although if we want to, I can
It's
do
kind
pass
of a
without
matter
trace if we
of-
want to do it that route.
Do you think that they're going to try and
Hold hands with
hit
Warren.
him individually if they know you're coming, but they also assume you're drunk? Like, what are they wanting to hit all of you? Just him? Like, what's the strategy here? Because depending on how you guys are going about this is going to depend on the checks you need to make. So I guess
I can do.
he's trying to act drunk and you guys are trying to sneak quietly from a distance, or is it that you are all trying to act drunk? He's just drunk a little bit further ahead.
I mean, I could do pass without trace and give whoever wants it +10 to stealth.
I will still be really not sneaky.
I wasn't gonna pretend
I mean,
to be sneaky.
you'll still have disadvantage, but like
Plus 10's a lot.
+10's a lot.
I think it averages
Yeah.
out to be having like a +5.
Yeah.
Well,
I wouldn't be opposed to the sneaky plan if you guys
Okay.
get more of a tactical
Yeah.
advantage.
We'll try.
Yeah,
We'll,
I would
we'll
be.
Try.
for-
Let's try. Let's
I
try
would-
sneaky.
If I know anything about assassins, they're a bunch of fucking cowards. So if they don't have a big group, then maybe they'll feel more emboldened to take a shot.
1 pass without trace, please.
Okay. I need a performance check from the guy up front and stealth checks from everybody trying to trail him.
That's
Are you trying to bring any other NPCs with you? Or is it just the rest of the party that's following?
Warbin's coming.
Oh, Warburton.
Okay. You ask Warbin to come back? Alright.
Yeah, just to help because I'm not confident in someone's plan.
This +10?
Yeah.
Are you in his power? Yes. Yes, you'll have disadvantage.
Which one do I want?
I was gonna say
Oh, I already have disadvantage. Just double disadvantage.
Yeah, it does.
You're really good at.
So on stealth, that is a 22 for Zeraxis.
Okay.
Whoa. That's a lot. 16,
23.
15, 31.
Bro, I'm not even on this planet.
What's yours?
I'm fucking gone. What is it?
31 for Jocelyn?
31. Okay.
For Lachla?
Cute. 33.
I got a 16.
And with the +10, your good friend, though he's not heavily armored, he's not the most dexterous, but he does get a 21 total with the +10.
Plus 10's a lot.
So all of you,
Plus 10's a
what's the heavy man at the end? I didn't hear yours, Koskinen.
Huh? 16.
16. Okay.
Which
16.
still, I would normally look at 16 and be like, okay, that's a decent.
Okay, solid. I need to see what a certain bonus is or something because that's close. Okay. Okay. Good to know. Noted. 16 noted.
He's being followed, but it's only one of them.
You all move fairly quietly, trying to stay behind him. What's the sort of path that you're taking? Up in the front.
I'm going to like head towards like a more isolated part of town. Like if I can
Okay.
like, kind of like it's like I'm going home, but I'm drunk and I'm a little lost, and I like wander a little bit into a quieter area.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, everyone, and roll me perception checks. Nobody actually drank a bunch, right? Everyone's sober.
Yeah.
Intentionally.
I'm a little.
Oh, what was your performance check to act drunk?
14.
14. Okay.
For perception.
Perception is you just got a flat.
That is a 10 on the nose.
Also
All right.
15.
15.
A mere 7.
I
Mere
got
seven.
a 22.
Damn.
A 22.
With my Raven, I have quite high perception, which is handy.
He literally has drone support. I don't know.
Well, it's specifically when it's on my shoulder, I get
Right,
a bonus to it, so it's like.
What was your perception, Theogar?
10.
10. Okay. None of you notice anything.
Ooh.
Damn.
No one's trailing, nobody like creeping along. But as you kind of start to maneuver into a more secluded part of town and you get to a more quiet section of road, seemingly from nowhere, well, from above specifically, dropping on top of you, you will have somebody attempt to kill you. With a very high 27 in stealth, they are able to get the drop on you here. So they will be attempting to assassinate you here, but they did not notice any friends, and they believed that you were drunk. So we will see how this goes for them.
They're an idiot.
I will get initiative in a second. There's a surprise round where they're gonna go. They're the only person who gets to go, so we don't need to worry about that to start with. And they will make 2 short sword attacks on you for a 21 and a 24.
Those are both gonna hit, looks like. Unless
Yeah.
well, even if you used shield, it would.
Huh. So I have a question, Erickson. A
Okay.
rules question. It might not come up right now because I might take enough damage that I just die. But I have a spell called Feign Death,
Okay.
which ostensibly you use on someone else because it incapacitates them, like it blinds them and incapacitates them. But if I use it on myself, would I be able to use an action to dismiss the magic? Like,
Is it concentration?
It is not.
For a spell's duration or until you use an action to touch the target and dismiss the spell, appears to be dead, tolerant inspection, blinded and incapacitated. I would say no, you would have to wait the full hour.
Okay.
Because you are incapacitated, so you can't take an action while incapacitated.
That's fair. I was curious if I could do a pro gamer move here.
You could use it to play dead.
Right.
I would let you use as an action to go catatonic and seem dead, but you would have to wait the full hour. And you didn't tell this to your friends, so your friends would also, by all of their medicine checks, would assume you were dead.
Right. No, I get you. I just was like, oh, this would be the funniest shit ever. If I could dismiss it on myself.
We would definitely throw you into a cremation.
Within an hour.
Cremation oven within an hour.
What are we gonna do? Cast Speak with Dead? Now, if you're using Feign Death, does Speak with Dead work on you?
So the first hit will be for 24 damage.
Ouch. Whoop. Oh, I thought I freaking just lost that. 24. Okay.
And the second will be for 6.
Oh, right, Assassinate. A mighty blow. The second one's just a poke.
He doesn't have sneak attack on the second one yet. Ow. That
As
hurt a
a
lot.
pretty large lumbering figure lands behind you and sticks you twice in the back.
Okay.
And then I'll need initiative.
All right, that's gonna be my one good roll for this.
Oh, you gotta be kidding. You got to be joking.
Uh-oh. I'm in danger.
That there was a crit for Xeraxis.
Nice.
It's gonna
I
be my
roll
only
for
crit for the night.
Jocelyn.
Just you watch.
Of course.
I got 5.
Yeah.
Let's start with 20 plus.
21. For Jocelyn, for Lala.
No, you have a -1 or something? 20 plus? What's your axis?
21? Oh, for Zach, sorry.
It's 21.
Oh,
Because I got
it's 21.
good. Yeah.
roll off.
Lala's not there, so you get to go
You
first.
Yeah.
Yes. So do
Uh,
I see
One
this?
second.
No.
1 second. 15 to 20?
Uh-oh.
Alrighty then. 10 to 15. Alrighty.
Wow, fellas.
5 to 10?
7?
6.
5.
Who's 7? Oh, I didn't roll for Warbin. Oh. Warbin will be going after Lala.
33.
That's
So who was 7?
Axel.
Or wasn't one of you 7? 2 of you 6,
me,
and one of you
Axel.
5 or something like that?
Yep.
Axel 7. The 2 of us are 6. You can go first. While I sit here and think about what I've done.
Theo, Candle, and then last is Dermir,
Yeah, 5.
as is tradition.
I'll have you know, I crit failed my initiative roll.
You're still faster than Warbin. Or still faster than...
I rolled a 4.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me a perception to see if you hear any of this go down.
All of us?
All of you, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It's gonna matter more for your turn, so you can wait until your turn to do it if you want.
17.
17. I will say that you do hear a scuffle in around the bend up ahead where you guys have been sneaking behind Theodore.
Oh.
Oh yeah, Erickson, what would you do with a crit fail?
All right, put your last. Your last initiative, you see them all rush ahead, so you'll probably react similar.
22 on perception. Can't wait to not roll that well again all through the rest of this combat.
Hey, Will, it's all right. I spent my 1 crit on the initiative, so it's fine.
Well, I crit
So
failed
you
that
know,
initiative.
it's a little. You guys have had to keep a little bit of distance back in order to maintain your stealth, but you do hear somewhat of a scuffle happen up ahead of you.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, holy shit, it worked.
my master plan as I die on the concrete.
How far would you say we are from like rounding the corner where this is going on?
You guys are probably from like getting to the corner you hear the scuffle at. You're probably, we'll say, 30 feet back from that.
Okay. So I will use all of my movement to get up to that corner to see what's going on, I'm assuming.
Yeah, you can get to the alleyway. You see the back of a big, kind of hulking, furry figure, kind of lumbering over the top of your boss.
Okay. And how far is he into that?
He's
Like,
another about 20 feet ahead of you.
All right, cool. I will use Ray of Frost
Okay.
on him since he has back to me. Do I get advantage on that because I'm getting the jump on him?
I'll say since you're the first person to come up behind him here, he did not know you guys were there. I'll give you advantage on this. Sure. No one else will get it because he now knows there's people behind him, but you're the first person to do it, so absolutely.
Yes. And that will be, if I'm doing my math right, a 19.
19 will hit.
Yes. So 8. And that will be a 6 damage Reno on him, and his speed is reduced by 10.
All right. He takes 6 damage as ice kind of crushes across the back, and he kind of lets out a growl as he gets hit in the back and glances over his shoulder at you. At this
As
point,
he turns around, I pull the sword. Like,
All right.
just bring it,
And
bitch.
he's kind of like looking back and forth, like, what the fuck is going on here? This was supposed to be me assassinating a businessman. You can tell this figure is a bugbear.
Oh.
Ooh.
Bugman.
Careful, he's got the
Big,
long
like
furry
arms.
goblinoid.
Don't you like that one
Long
bit?
arms. Ew.
I'm
He's got
afraid
big
of
long
bugs.
muppet arms, too. He doesn't really look like a bug. Or a bear. More like a bear than a bug. Anyway, Lala, it's your turn.
Kind of an Enderman.
I'm going to make fun of him with his Muppet arms and be like, brother, ooh, what's that, brother?
Ooh, brother, ooh. What's that, brother? What's that?
What are those, brother?
Vicious mockery.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery. Brother,
All right, is that a saving throw?
It is.
Brother, ooh, what's that, brother?
Double check here.
Ooh, brother.
I believe it's a charisma. Let's see. Vicious mockery. Oh,
Wisdom save, I think.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom.
Not that it makes a big difference for this individual. But that is a crit success.
Oh.
So he is not affected by this one. Your insults, your boos mean nothing. He's seen what makes you cheer.
No! He must know how disgusting he is.
Circumstances with a different class that you're not playing.
He did not have a big modifier to that. In fact, he didn't have a modifier to that. But he rolled a nat 20, so he does succeed at the same time. After that, you have to run up to there and then your action to do that. Next up will be Warbin, who... What would Warbin do? I guess he can only move 25 feet, so he can't actually get to the opening of this. He'll double move, but he'll just sprint in there. He's unarmed currently, but he's just running in and is going to get up next to the guy because he can. Can he get up? No. Well, yeah, exactly 50 feet. So yeah, he'll just sprint up with the group, and he'll get up next to the guy with both his action and movement. And as a bonus action, he'll say, "Oh, come here."
Oh, he's gonna
As he
wrestle
come
a
up.
bugbear. Bugbears are good at wrestling.
That's a good wrestler.
Morgan's also good at wrestling.
And it is the bugbear next, who, seeing that is now outnumbered at least 3-1, is going to make 2 stab attempts at Axel.
Okay.
To start.
Man's devoted to the cause.
Listen,
You know?
he's a professional.
He's got a job to do, and he's gonna stick with it.
Ew, can't come.
The first strike will be a crit,
Ow.
That
Oh,
is
God.
the second crit in a row.
That's
The
not
dice
good.
are on my side. The second one will be a 21.
Axel may die. He may die.
That's a sacrifice I am willing to.
I'm willing to make.
We traded Axel for this one random assassin. Fair trade.
Even trade, baby. Yeah, I don't have. What's it? A shield.
Do you have any
so
shenanigans for
I don't
this?
have any shenanigans. No
Can I
reaction
see
to
him?
shenanigans.
Okay. Good news is that he doesn't have the element of surprise anymore. So this crit hits for 10 damage,
Okay, I'm still up.
Wait,
and
can I-
the non-crit will hit for 7.
I think we're still
I'm
around
down.
the corner.
we're still
Okay.
far away.
Yeah, because we haven't done it yet, so we're around the
So
corner.
he sticks 2 more blades into you, and you go down. And he kind of like looks at you like he's down, but he's not like down. But he's going to kind of look over toward this guy who's right on him, and another person coming, and frustratedly try and leap up to the side of this building and grab onto it and start clambering up towards the ceiling. However,
On the
Warbin will
roof.
get a chance to
Oh.
react.
Dang it! I thought
And we'll
the
get a
Crimson Fox
reaction.
was about to do the coolest thing ever he's ever done. And like,
him off the-
yeah.
What was that?
I thought the Crimson Fox was about to do the coolest thing he's ever done in his life.
Oh my God! Nobody yelled signal.
On signal. He doesn't know.
He's still, he's still
Warbin
peeking
will-
in the windows of the tavern, wondering why he can't see anybody.
Can you use an attack of opportunity to grapple? Because you can replace an attack with a grapple, can't you?
Sure.
Makes sense.
As the group's other semi-regular, or as one of the group's other semi-regular GMs, I declare, sure.
It's in,
I
yeah, if
declare.
you're gonna replace an attack
I
with a
declare
grapple.
rule of cool because I feel like this could be badass if he pulls this off.
This is where like somebody tells us how it's absolutely broken if you can use a reaction to grapple.
Let's not give you an attack action. Okay, technically no.
Dang.
Damn.
The answer is technically no. Oop. Okay, well, I'll follow the rules, I guess, and he'll just punch him.
Punch him.
It's a 17 on the die. That definitely hits. He is not a martial artist, so it's just 1 plus his strength, which is still a meaty thud. As this guy runs, he kind of throws like a forearm, and it kind of cracks against this thing's side and lets out a little bit of a wheeze as it clambers up here. Which will be for that.
He's also got 10 less. He's also got 10 less.
He does, which means that your 10 feet reduction means that he's able to clamber up to the edge of this roof, but not get up and over the top of it. He does not have enough movement, so he is still within your guys' line of sight. If he had 10 more feet, he would have been able to clamber over the top and have some cover from you at the very least. But he
Yes.
is slowed down enough from that that is not going to happen. That is his turn. Axel, you are up after that.
All right, I've got a death save to make.
Make a death save.
It's a pass.
All right. After that, Theogar.
I forgot
I'm gonna
I
run
do
up to the
have
guy.
Shield.
What was that?
'Cause I'm not
I'm
actually.
gonna run up to this guy.
Oh wait.
You can't get adjacent to him. You can, with 30 feet of movement, you can get to the opening of this street that he is up the side of a building inside of. So you can get to where you can see him, but you couldn't get up. If you dash, you could get below him.
If only I thought to cast False Life on myself. Or Sanctuary. Sanctuary.
Telekinetic movement has to be a willing creature, right?
Yes.
We know that for sure.
No. I guess they pass like a Wisdom save, maybe, or a
I always
Strength.
forget with I was looking at this recently with plane shift. You can cast it on an unwilling creature. Like it requires a save. It's like banish, but it sends them there permanently, and it says in the rules it's like they have to find their own way back. It's like they're just there now. So
Isn't it like a ninth level spell though?
no, it's like 6th or 7th, I think.
Has to be a willing creature.
Nah.
Willie.
Can it be myself? Oh, other than yourself.
They're on to you. They know your game, Tapestry.
Climbing would be an athletics check, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna action surge dash
Okay.
up, and then climb after him.
Okay. Go ahead, give me an athletics check. It seems like there's not great handholds and stuff here, but this thing has claws and climb speed, so it's able to climb it pretty effortlessly.
15.
15. All right, you'll be moving technically at like half speed, but you're basically going to be able to get up, like climb up to where you're just below him on the building.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
It's worth saying you do have to have your hands free to do this. I'd say you could have one. You could either have your shield or your weapon out, but not both. You'd have to stow one as part of your movement to climb up this.
Okay, backing up, another question.
Okay.
Are there any objects directly above him that are kind of loose that I could pull off down with?
The old flower pot tray.
There's certainly like roofing and stuff on this. You don't know how loose they are. You could try.
I have a feeling that that would not work. Well, I gotta figure something out.
Think fast.
Don't I have a grappling hook? Alright, new plan.
Okay.
Rather than climb. I guess I will still have to probably drop my shield.
Okay.
Drop my shield, and then I want to try and get out a grappling hook.
All right.
And I'm going to try and snag him with it.
Okay. Sure. I'll let you do that. It'll be like an improvised weapon attack, essentially. So it'll be a strength-based attack that will not add your proficiency, but you can try and throw this grappling hook at.
Come on. Here's where you need to do that bugbear whip reach build. So that way you could reach him from the other end of the alleyway with 2 whips and just pull it off the wall.
That is a 21.
That's a 21. That will hit. Roll me a d4 plus your strength for the damage on this grappling hook hitting him. And I will roll to see if he is able to like slip with it to like get it off the edge of him. What's your strength score?
18.
18? Okay. So we'll make this
7 damage.
7, so it'd be 15 DC.
That would have killed a commoner with a grappling hook.
How much damage was it?
7.
Okay.
My goal, I'm out of actions, which that was all I could do, but I
Okay.
want to try and keep a hold of it.
I guess I'll stop using this grade d20 because that is the 3rd crit success it's rolled in a row. It hits him, it hurts him, but it doesn't hook onto him.
Damn.
Okay. Well, I got close.
It definitely deals. It hits though and does strike him for damage. It seems fully effective and hurts him.
If only I was conscious.
That's Theogar Candle.
Well, I have +4, I have +10 movement on my first turn of combat.
Okay.
Hello, Grimes.
I also have a grappling hook. I will.
Oh, little guy, little man.
Now, do I want to try and knock him off of there, or do I want to just try and keep up with him?
Try and pull down the grappling hook.
I think I'm going to use, because if I use my action, I have a total of 80 feet of movement right now on this first round.
Okay.
So I think I would like to try and just like climb after him and get up to him, I suppose.
Okay. Go give me an athletics check.
My athletics and my acrobatics are exactly the same. That's a 13.
A 13. You are not able, unfortunately, to clamber up the side of this one.
I continue to be useless.
But you're already at the bottom. That is Candle Dermir.
So am I in firebolt range here?
Yeah, definitely. You'd have to
Anything you
run
can
up
do
to the corner.
immobilize him in any way
But
would
I'd
be-
say you could get a firebolt off. Sure.
The hold person.
I do have a whole person. Dude. The whole person is a touch, isn't it?
No. Range.
That
I think
would
it's
be
30
pretty
foot.
good If you failed that, you could be the hero.
Well,
we all need.
what's your movement speed?
25 is a door.
25.
I don't
So
think I have whole
technically, I think you can't get to line of sight of him with one movement because I was saying it was 30 feet to get to line of sight.
Yeah, I don't have whole person prepared anyway, so.
Oh,
You can healing
Yeah,
word
oh.
if you use
I mean, he's climbed up this building. The angle.
Yeah, but if I
Either way,
all that,
whatever.
I'd
I'll just say
+2.
you can get to line of sight of him. Just it's kind of at an angle. He might have technically some cover from you if you do a ranged attack on him with only 25 feet of movement.
He'd have cover.
He'd have like a partial, a small boost to his AC from it.
Okay, well, can I get to Axel?
You can't see Axel unless you double move. So you could see Axel and have a bonus action left.
healing word's a bonus action, so you could get me up.
Oh yeah. Do I only have mass healing word prepared, but that's okay. Yeah. I will do mass healing word.
That's heal him too.
Okay.
Now you can choose the target.
Mass healing word or normal healing word?
Mass healing. I don't have normal hearing. I don't have
Okay.
normal hearing word.
I only have mass hearing.
Hearing ward.
What do you
Also
have
known as
in your
hit
first?
points.
What, we need to look at Splitter's spell
Cast
slots.
hearing ward.
Cast
Hearing ward.
What his
No,
word?
he's just
They're just
Asian.
manipulation for spreading the good word.
Oh.
So with that, I mean, there's only one injured person, so you're going to use that as the bonus action, but it's going to be on Axel.
That or I could just don't crit fail.
Uh-oh.
Or maybe I'll do spiritual weapon instead.
Okay.
Which is 30 feet, right? So that should work.
Yeah, you could cast that up next to him. That's it.
Hit his fingers that are holding on to the edge
Yeah,
of the.
just chop out his fingers.
Oh,
Your spectral weapon is a
He
ruler.
starts climbing up and a hammer.
Your spectral weapon is a ruler, and you slap his knuckles with it.
Yeah.
It's an anvil that
I-
falls on his head, cartoon style.
Okay, give him 7 damage.
Oh, no, no,
Well, did
gotta
you
roll
hit?
the
You have to roll to hit.
Oh, that's right.
Just immediately rolls the damage.
Spiritual weapon auto hits.
I said give him 7 damage.
Just assume I
already do.
hit.
It's a 20. It's hard to do. What's gonna do?
20 total.
What's the roll to hit?
20.
20 hits. It was 7 damage.
8. There are 7. Yeah.
All right,
Alright.
he takes 7 damage. He does not fall off.
Dang.
All you gotta do is not crit fail.
Right.
After that, it will be Xeraxis' turn.
Hit him with another ice bolt.
Yeah, I'll just do another ray of frost.
Jump up there and pull him off the wall.
Unless you got that ring of jumping, yeah, okay.
I don't think I do.
No, that's
What?
not in this. That's not in this.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
That's
that's
like,
different.
All right, ray of frost it is. Crit.
Okay,
Feels good.
roll that damage.
All right. Does that change anything with magic
It just-
spells?
Just 2 dice.
So
Since it's an attack roll, you just roll 2 or double dice. So I think that's just 4d8 technically for you instead of 2d8.
all right. Well, I will roll the first 3 because I don't have 4 out. 6, 9, 12. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, that's right. 6, 9, 12, and 13.
Okay. He will take 13 damage, and his speed is reduced once again.
Now he can get up over the ledge, but he can't run.
After that, it will be Lala.
Okay.
Hit him with the hideous laughter, so that way when he laughs, he falls down.
Maybe I will.
That is your favorite spell. For good reason.
You know what? I will.
What's the joke you say?
Yeah, give it.
Yo, mama. That's all I say.
Oh,
Yo.
dang.
Look, Lala's been
Wisdom save.
I've been drinking.
You say, yo, mama, and he like looks over his shoulder like, are you kidding me? And he goes like, backwards
Yo,
off the ledge
mama,
of this
yeah.
thing.
Quick, everyone group up around and beat the shit out of him.
Did he fall
and
on
he-
Axel?
You said it. There's a chance.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Actually, I shouldn't roll this. Axel, roll me a d20 and tell me what the number is.
16.
16? Okay, he doesn't land on you. But he does land on the ground pretty hard, and he takes 6 damage from the fall.
Yay.
When he takes damage, does he get a chance to make another save?
He does with advantage.
Okay. So he does, it makes him fall off, but he does get a chance to re-save here, which is an 18
It does pass.
with advantage. So, okay. Yeah, 18.
Tasha's
So he's not laughing anymore, but he is still prone on the ground, having fallen off the roof.
It's all fun and games until you take 6 points of fall damage. And then Tasha's hideous laughter wears off, so it's not fun and games anymore.
Yeah.
And next up is Warbin, who will turn around and he'll be like, "Oh, you're mine now," and
still
he's going to
prone,
try and put this guy in a headlock. Okay.
Warhammer said versatile, right?
So Warbin gets up underneath this guy's 2 arms and puts him in a straight up full Nelson.
Nice.
And just kind of spins around to where Warbin's underneath him on his back and just holds him up in the air for you.
Yeah, but he's a bugbear. He'll still be able to swing and have full
His
range.
arms are very long and noodly, but they're pulled back so that he's trying to like slap around like this. He's got him in the full Nelson. And from there, it will be its turn. It is not trying to kill you guys anymore. It's trying to run away. So it will try and escape Warbin's grapple. Which is that versus Warbin's attempt to keep it. Yeah, no. Warbin's got him in the iron claw. He's not going anywhere. I got you for 3 minutes. So he is still locked in place. Axel, it is your turn.
All right, death save. Because I didn't get a healing word. That's a fail.
Sucks.
Okay.
I almost got 2 fails.
Theogon.
I'm gonna turn towards him. I have my warhammer in both hands. Do we want to? Are we trying to question this guy?
We should. This guy's the muscle.
We need to like just
need-
knock
yeah,
him
we-
out or
we-
something.
I
He-
can't
he
speak
has
with that if we're the ones that killed him.
I will attack.
We know who he's working for. We know who gave him the orders.
But we need him to incriminate them so that we can get the guards. We have the crown prince here, for God's sakes.
It's true. We've got it. We do have a very reliable witness that this
I'll
man attacked you
non-lethally hit him in the head with a hammer.
No
with
way.
both hands.
All you have to really do is threaten to break his.
I like the idea that you like look at your hammer and there's like the mallet side and then you twist it around and there's like a like impacting like foam like honking hammer side and you're just like non-lethal.
I'm gonna. Can I do non-lethal damage if I choose to?
Sure.
Yeah.
You can choose to with the melee weapon.
We're giving you a hard time. That is genuinely how the system works.
That's how the rules work.
Then-
Does it make sense for you to take a hammer over your head twice and hit someone
Then the
with
way
it and
I'm
that be
doing
non-lethal?
non-lethal
No,
damage
but this is
is-
Fantasyland. Go
I
for it.
am trying to break his arm so he can't climb.
That's even worse.
So I'm
Go ahead
gonna
and roll with
swing
advantage.
at him. For damage?
He's pinned down.
Yeah.
You have advantage.
Oh, with advantage.
You do. Yeah.
Yes.
You will have to roll damage.
27.
That'll do.
So his left arm takes. Oh no, it's D10. 11 damage.
Okay. He takes that.
And then I'll attack his other arm.
Okay.
That's a 19.
19 will hit.
That is 15 damage.
Okay. He looks very bad off.
Good. That's it.
After that, it will be Candle.
Well, your 2 attacks didn't do it. Let's see if my 3 attacks do.
We'll just take turns for punching him in the face until he passes out.
This is for Jenny, and this one's also for Jenny, and this third one's for Jenny too.
And once he's unconscious, I'll kick him in the ribs once for Vickelroy.
That's how he would have wanted it.
I assume. Oh no, it's with advantage. That's
Yes.
right. 18.
18 will do.
4 damage.
4 damage, okay. That one was for Ginny. He is still conscious.
That one's 25.
25 will hit.
5 damage. We're getting better.
You don't need to do a third one in her name unless you want to do it out of spite, as he goes unconscious.
Spite. It's kind of a gentle hit, though.
He goes down.
It's that kick in the
and as Warbin's kind of sitting there, he kind of realizes and flops him over.
That's a good point. I didn't.
And at this moment, as you are all standing in this kind of alleyway looking toward this, you hear a sudden flash of movement behind you. And as you twist, suddenly you will see skating across, sliding, and then kind of stumbling and catching himself, and then rewriting himself, the Crimson Fox, who will pause at the opening to the alley and be like, "Well, it seems you've handled it."
I do shout signal like that.
Yeah, at that time, now you shout signal?
Now I shout signal, because I forgot.
He'll kind of a bit late on the signal, but it seems like you have this perp outnumbered.
I got confused. I forgot the signal word.
He shakes his head and he says, although you are one of the better, you are still a citizen of the city, not the ever watchful. Crimson Fox, away! And then he just turns and starts running back away down the street.
I know we were always in Adam West Batman, but we I feel like we were especially in Adam West Batman.
The gif of Batman running down the street with the comically large bomb held over his head, well, that perfectly describes playing D&D, I think.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I assume someone's going to use some sort of magical healing on Axel, so I can take us out of
I
initiative.
have health potions on me.
I'll use Cure Wounds.
Thank you.
Okay.
We don't have to split the profits.
Yeah. This is where I'm betrayed by the
I don't
party.
want to go through all the business.
We just behead him and just be like, all right, you saw nothing.
It's the
Orbit's
perfect
too
frame
drunk.
job.
9 points of
little
healing,
did you know.
if it matters.
We were hoping you would suggest this plan the whole time.
Yeah, 9 points of healing. Let's tie up this would-be assassin and let's deliver him to the authorities.
Make them away, toys.
Warbin will happily help with this. And
I'll give Warbin some rope to tie his arms and legs real tight.
Oh yeah,
he'll help tie him up, but he's also I'll take him. I will help walk with you and be like, "Hey, it's me, the prince. We need to take this guy in."
Look. All we need to do is, spread word quietly around town that Warbin just came to our rescue. We just got attacked, and he just came flying out of nowhere and threw this guy in a headlock and saved the day. And he'll look like even more of a hero than he already is.
We freaking got him by the short hairs on this one, boys.
And are you guys going to lead this up to the authorities to sort from
Absolutely
here?
not. We have a perfect follow-up for this. If Sklir would like to do the honors, since it's his moment in the sun here.
I will cast Zone of Truth.
Okay. So we'll kind of let him get awake. There will be an officer as well as the group of you in a questioning rock booth. I think he makes a wisdom save to try and resist Zone of Truth.
Let's see. Well, actually, hang on. I can combo this. Hang on. Let me see if this works the way I think it does. It might not work on
So he can
saving
refuse to
throws.
answer, which is also incriminating.
Sorry, let me look this up real quick, because I don't know if this stacks the way that I want it to. It probably doesn't, because, Does that work for ability? Damn.
It's a charisma saving throw.
Charisma save. Okay. In that case,
I'm going to cast Hex on him, targeting Charisma, so he's worse at like lying.
okay, good call. I love it. With a 3 on his save against Zone of Truth and that Hex, we will see how this goes. So he kind of like comes to and is kind of angrily staring at all of you. And is anyone going to start asking the questions first, or are we just letting the officer ask them?
What the hell are you mad about?
Is that what you ask him?
Yeah.
That you caught me and didn't kill me.
Thought about it.
Also standing in the zone of truth. Oh yeah. Oops. That's a good question. How big is this room? Are we all in the zone of truth?
Probably.
Which case I'll also tell
Yeah.
him, I really thought about just breaking your arms so you couldn't climb away from us. And legs.
Who do you work for? We all know who you work for. It's the Ebonshard. But I want to hear you say it.
He'll glare at you and be like, I've been known to do some work for the Avenge Trading Company. Yes, I work for them.
I've done some work. Yes, I do. I work
Let's
for
see
them.
here. Did Ricari, the Hobgoblin, give you the order to try and kill Axel?
I can tell something's going on here. So know this. I'm not gonna say anything that would incriminate anybody. Unless I'm given the ability to walk out of here. In which case, I will turn over any and all information you need and turn on anyone you want me to turn on to save my own hide. Wow, that came out a little more truthful than I meant it.
As the man that you stabbed, deal.
Yeah, I was like, I think, honestly, as soon as he spells all that out, I think we can let the authorities handle this.
Yeah, like, done.
Oh my god, it's gonna be like the episode of Chris Hansen where they he tries to walk out and the cops just like,
Yeah.
tase him.
Cops are right there.
Warbin will, if you guys are good with that, Warbin will say, I think we can coordinate some community service in order to compensate for your own crimes
how
dealt.
This guy becomes like a Skygate like CIA operative, like for the crown.
Warbin will say, how about this? I can guarantee you that we won't put you into the justice system where you come from, which is of course run by the Evanchard clan, and or Evanchard Trading Company, and they will know very well what you've just divulged to us here, as I don't think there will be a whole lot of Evanchard business going on in this city for the foreseeable future. And he'll kind of like look around and be like, yes, they would absolutely skin me and throw me in the salt fields. This is very uncomfortable. Why do I talk so truthful about it?
It is. I find it strangely freeing. However, I feel like as a Gloomstalker Ranger, I'm always removed from the group and never speaking my true mind.
I'm making waffles.
That's what
I
I'm
miss my
making.
mom.
What did you say?
I miss my mom.
Oh god.
I think perhaps it's best if we all leave the zone of truth now.
Warbin will turn and look at Lala
Before
and be
I say
you
something,
look so beautiful when you're insulting people and calling them names and making jokes. I mean, what?
man, anytime I see the two of you together in your happy relationship, I think of that badass angel lady.
Wait, nope, stop.
Get him out of the zone! Get him out of the zone!
It's like, all right, that's it.
He's about to go into like his whole fan fiction he's written about that angel lady.
I think it's all best if we would leave the zone of truth.
It seems like you guys have gotten the incriminating evidence you need to, if nothing else, make sure that the Evanchards don't do business in the city for the foreseeable future, and likely have a warrant out for one Ricari should he be still in the city to be apprehended.
Well,
Man, you don't have to be evil bastards to torture a bugbear when you just have buy Zone of Truth today.
Why torture when you can give the most effective torture of all, the truth? It's more painful than any torture you could inflict.
well, it's only about midnight.
Back to the bronze tap.
Bronze tap's still open, fellas. Let's get an early start on our party.
Let's go.
All right, so you guys make your way back. The party is at
Should
something
we-
like midnight.
should we-
The party's absolutely still going. And as you guys walk back in, everyone's like, "Hey."
Okay, I have to ask, do they notice that Axel is like
I'm
very much
drenched in
bloodied
blood.
and there's two like multiple puncture wounds on his?
Everybody kind of like, jazz music stops and they all kind of give you the, "Hey." And if you go, "Hey," then they'll go, "Hey."
I'm not 100% sure that the 9 hit points I gave you are going to be enough for a round of carousing, but we'll find out.
Are you guys going full carouse? Or are you just drinking and having a good time?
Celebration tradition.
Celebration
That might
time.
be
All
a-
right, you got to drink to commemorate the fallen, for the homies who aren't here anymore.
That might be a good spot for us to wrap it is on the carousing rolls, if that's okay.
We can do the carousing rolls and have that be, or do you want to do that on the next one?
Yeah, let's do our carousing rolls. I think that's a good. That's a good.
It's
example.
it's a good
That's a good
after
stopping
credit
point.
scene for
Yeah.
like it ends on the but then as the credits
Because
roll,
then we have to
like,
struggle to
It's a
undo
little
whatever
like
damage
cut,
we did.
snap,
Let's
cut.
say,
So-
if they're like the last Carousing
All right.
Rolls, there'll be a bunch of cliffhangers.
Go ahead. We're gonna go left to right by my vision. So we're gonna start with Dermir. Are you going to go full carouse?
Yes.
Roll me a D100.
Here you go. What if our hands touched in the dice pile? How romantic.
Happens more often than you think.
84.
Man, I miss the
84?
mountain of dice
Yes.
on Arian's game table. Just like hundreds of dice in a pool. Oh no, I need 12 more D6s for the sneak attack.
Okay. I don't think this is gonna connect with anybody else's. So you will wake up. You wake up the next morning in an unfamiliar building, and it with a happy kind of feeling, a full stomach, and it doesn't take you long to realize as you hear the voices of some children around you that you are in the middle of the Skygate orphanage. And as you're listening to these kind of impoverished orphan voices, you hear them saying, "He ate all the cookies. The whole plate of cookies, all of them. We were saving the cookies. Now we won't get any cookies."
This is
What a mean
this is what
man.
happens. This is what happens when you sell your soul to the devil.
That's too good. Oh man, that fucking got me, dude. That's too good.
You feel happy and full. A bit of a toothache, maybe.
You killed Jerry.
Cookies.
It's been a while since we got Jerry to cry laughing. But you totally killed him.
All I do is I just give like a gold to every one of the orphans and then just
A gold piece to every orphan.
yeah, and
A
then
gold
I just,
piece for every orphan.
and then just kind of silently walk my way out.
You will be down 22 gold pieces.
Oh,
But the orphans seem to forgive you for eating their cookies. Like, we could buy so many cookies with these. Thanks, mister.
Poor Jerry.
All right, Caleb, what's yours?
oh my god.
I guess that's me next, huh? Also, no. This is either gonna be. This is gonna be incredible, no matter what. That's 100.
It's
The Kraken.
That
God.
is. That is straight up.
Roll
100.
2 more times for me.
Okay.
And I will come up with the monstrous combination of the two.
The first one is 27.
Okay?
I'm not old.
The second one is 99.
Oh wow!
Why do you roll high
Okay.
on the carousing roll instead of like damage to hit the assassin?
Oh,
trying
that
to
man,
kill
that'd
you?
be nice, wouldn't it? If I could roll well
Okay.
the rest of the time.
All right, 99 in that. You wake up with the smell of sulfur around you in a dark room, seated at a table. In front of you is a freshly signed contract, and across from you is a horned individual with deep, dark crimson skin. looking down at this, he says, he kind of looks at you disappointed and says, I don't really know why I keep bothering with your group. This was a weird one, but I'll take it, I suppose.
What's it with all of us signing our souls to the devil?
Is this?
And as you look down, you realize that you have legally changed your true name. I need to determine which one it's going to be. One moment. You have legally changed your true name to Theogar.
Man, that's gonna be awkward. That's gonna be awkward when this guy shows up to collect my soul.
It's been a horrible mistake.
No, that's Theogar.
Your name in the material plane
It's
is
still my-
whatever it was before, but your true name is now. What's your last name, Theogar?
It's just Theogar of House Crivanus.
Your legal name, your legal true name in the planes is Theogar of House Cravan.
So
What am I supposed to do then?
no, that's the.
don't-
I doubt it will
just
ever
die
come up in
first.
this campaign. But if any magic involving true names shows up, this is gonna cause such a problem.
Chaos.
Because now two of us have the same
Yeah.
As far
Your
as
true
the
name,
realms are, the weave is concerned, two of us have the same true name.
You're gonna get hit with the 2-for-1 special by some fae.
Yeah. or you'll cast it on Theogar, and the weird bird person will also like get puppeteered around.
This is the perfect example of my name is also Matthew Perry.
My name's also Brandon Perry.
Yeah.
I would like to change my name to Theogar of House Cravan. All right, you have legally changed your true name to Theogar of House Cravan.
Man, when it was a deal with the devil, I was really hoping it'd be to fly, but
You were too drunk.
I just want to make
this-
sure.
this strikes me. Well, okay. This strikes me as either one of two things happened or a combination of them. Candle being so drunk that he either remembers that Theogar has the power to levitate things and people, that he's like, if I change my true name to Theogar, if I'm Theogar, I can fly.
33 for me.
Or he thinks this was terribly clever in some way to get around some sort of true name loophole.
Yeah. He's like, I figured it out.
We'll find
I figured it out.
find
the angel won't
out.
date
All
me.
right.
But if I change my name to Theogar, then
Oh god.
Axel, go ahead and roll it.
that's a 33.
3-3, my lord.
33.
I just like the idea that the devil is trying to teach you how to fly.
Number 3.
Number 3, my lord.
Big different members of our group.
Okay. You wake up in your own bed wearing a large, wide-brimmed hat, a fake nose, and a fake mustache.
Nice. Not, ironically, not the weirdest thing I've woken up in. So we get.
There you go. Hey, look at that.
Real quick, back to Candle.
Oh, candle.
Actually, not Candle. Back to Dermir. Dermir, on your walk home, you notice a lot of wanted posters around town, and at a glance, you're like, that looks like my boss, just with like a goofy hat, a big nose, and a fake mustache. Wanted for a litany of crimes I won't share here.
I will grab one. I'll grab one of them.
Okay.
It's gonna be it's a Flynn Rider thing where you're like, this guy looks familiar. You put your thumb over the nose and go, that's Axel.
You hold up a mustache and put your hand over it.
It's gonna be the Simpsons movie. Axel's gonna be standing there. Somebody's gonna walk by the poster and go, "Oh my god, there he is!" and point past Axel to a guy that looks exactly like the wanted poster.
All right, Lala, roll it.
Yay.
There's at least 2.
Is that a 100?
Even better.
A 1?
Even better. That's also a 33.
You guys both it turns out the wanted poster is wanted for a duel. It's clearly a dragonborn and a human, both of which have mustaches, large snouts, and wide-brimmed hats that look oddly like your two compatriots who both wake up wearing those things. You guys went on a crime spree together last night.
Yay.
in really good disguises.
Oh my god, that's so
It's
fucking
those-
funny.
Durmir
Freaking
or
mustache
no, Durmir's
glasses
not.
ones
Theogar.
from Lego Star Wars.
40.
40.
I can't believe you rolled.
That's
That's-
awesome.
It's a 1 in 100 chance.
33 is our angel numbers,
Yeah.
babe.
You wake up in your own bed, seemingly normal, but as you kind of glance around, you can see kind of like seeming like they were on their way out the door. An individual, you can't really tell the bloodline or the gender of this individual, as they're clad in full plate armor, fairly ornate, fine-looking plate armor with the helm drawn down over their face. And they kind of glance back over at you, and as they turn over and look, you see emblazoned on their chest a symbol of a fist. And they'll turn to look at you and say, they'll turn and look at you and say, kind of echoing in the helmet, "Thank you. I know I needed to break those vows. I couldn't be a paladin anymore."
For sure, man.
What? Okay, hang on. Let's go down the list. What vow? Let's see.
That's a helm.
It's a helm.
Do you ask what vows?
What?
No.
Okay.
I want to move on from this situation.
Why do I feel like between your result and my result that we've done things that have like with like realm-reaching proportions in Erickson's world?
Zeraxis, go ahead and roll me one as well.
Oh my god.
Let's see here.
Now, the various Gloomstalkers were out drinking.
That is a 64.
64.
This is the best thing we've ever invented. The best thing we ever brought into a campaign. Carousing rolls.
Well, re-roll for me. This one doesn't work, unfortunately. It just doesn't work.
It just doesn't work.
28.
28. Okay.
Another 33.
Trio. Big-headed, big-nosed mustache.
Okay. 28, you say.
say
You
roll
wake
save
up in
and
bed
then you're like-
normally.
Talking about
It takes you a while to kind of get your bearings about you, but you eventually kind of come to, and the only thing different about your room is a small official-looking document sitting on your nightstand.
Oh no. I read it.
It seems to be a legal change name form,
Again?
and you have changed your name to Crimson Fox.
Why is it all of us changing your name to Crimson Fox?
That's exactly what Skygate's legal department is wondering.
Some people change their name to Crimson Fox for like 24 hours at a time.
There's some sort of scam or scheme.
I'm the Crimson Fox. No, I.
No, I'm Theogar.
No, they
And
think that
after
it's some
some
kind of-
time, after some time, Hingara will come back. He seems to have a large purse that seems to jingle with probably coin, and clearly what looks like bright red paint on his butt cheeks.
Oh my
Listen,
god.
Did you get a
Ingara
tattoo?
is out there getting this bread, as my apprentice should.
The heat.
I say, hey buddy,
And
you
he'll
doing
kind
all
of-
right?
What'd you say?
I said, hey buddy, you doing all right?
He'll turn, look at you, and say, "I'm an artist now," and kind of roll his eyes as if like he's too good for you at this moment.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
And then he'll crawl over to the little heap of blankets in your room, curl up in a ball like a dog, and pass out snoring.
On his pile of gold, as he deserves.
And with that, I think we will call this episode of Skygate. Good work, everyone, avenging Vickelroy and tearing up the town. With all the new names, it's amazing. Thank you everybody for watching, and we will see you in the next episode of Skygate.